too. I need a Kleenex. Well, here we are. Last night at the bar, where a lot of good conversations happened, my friend Dave Mayer reminded me to savor every moment of this, and he reminded me that it was going to go really fast. And he's right. It was just 9 months ago that I asked Chuck to marry me, and he agreed to do it. And even though there's been a lot of stuff happening, it's gone really, really fast. So I am trying to savor this moment, and my only regret is I would like to have like an hour or two with each and every person in this room to just chat about our lives and what we're doing, and catch up with you and let you catch up with me. So I'll need a rain check from you on that. We're going to find those opportunities sooner or later, but I'm just really glad you're here. My friend Anaya from college. Anaya, where are you? You're here, I hope. Hi, Anaya. About 2 weeks ago said, Marty, I need a family tree for who's going to be at your wedding, because there's going to be so many parts of your family that we don't know. So I'm going to now explain a little bit about all the groups of people, all the people who we think of as family who brought us here today. I'm going to start with our brothers. Chuck and I now have 6 brothers. Nordy, Philip, and Peter. And David, Mark, and Christopher. Family that has been with us for 40 years. They've all married marvelous people who helped us come up the aisle today. We're so grateful for them being here with us today and supporting us through our journey. We also have a lot of cousins here. I have 8, and Chuck has 4 cousins here. And some of them I just met last night. I just met Jim and Jeannie last night on Chuck's side of the family. But they're the daughter of Mary, who welcomed me to the family at Kristen's wedding, one of Chuck's other cousins. Long ago. I also want to call my cousin Bob and his new wife, because we have another newlywed couple here. We're going to toast to you tonight, and I'm just so glad to be here with so much of my family. 8 cousins from my mom's side. All the cousins here come from our mom's side. Chuck's mom's side and my mom's side. And that says something about our moms. And did instill in us a strong sense of family. And my brothers, all my brothers, I know really, really value family. I have childhood friends here. Georgia Pullen, are you here?
Hi,
Georgia. I think, Georgia, you and I are probably my oldest friend here, who's not a family member. I think we were probably friends pre-verbal. I know you before you could pronounce your name. And that was because our grandfathers had lake cabins next to each other. And so we were friends from the very beginning. She's here with her family. My oldest friend from grade school is here, Sue Farron, thanks to her daughter Sarah, who got Sue on an airplane. Sue hates to fly. Hi, Sue. I'm so glad you're here. She brought me brought us the nicest sort of smaller renditions of our dogs to be part of this wedding last night. Very thoughtful gift. My friend Helen from law school is here too, with her husband and family, and that's just wonderful. And Chuck's friends from graduate school, Barbara and Tor, and their friend Diane, they brought Diane into our lives, and Diane has been a beautiful part of our lives since too. Really strong friends. I have a whole other family of people from Carleton, people I went to college with. There's, I think, 12 of us here today, and this is family that got me through figuring out who I was as a gay man back when I was in my 20s, through thick and thin, the good, bad, and the ugly, the ridiculous and sublime. We've always been there supporting one another and helping each other grow, and I couldn't ask for a better family than my Carleton group of people that are here with me today. I also have we have some role models here. 2 gay couples, Wayne and John, and Wayne and Dave, who've been coaching us about how to use the word husband, which still sounds a little foreign to us. But old friends also who really, are part of the journey that we've been on to just, in a way, as it's an invitation that we never thought would be possible when we started out and met each other back in 1980. I also have to mention, where's Donna Ducharme? Donna Ducharme was the first phone call I made when I met a cute boy in Boston and said, I'm not coming home tonight. She was my roommate at the time, and so she's a witness. It really has been almost 40 years. My other great family here are people that I know through the patient safety work that I do. It's been my career, and I love that poem. That poem is not just for my family or for Chuck's family, but what brought us together in my work was a lot of harm and some loss, and it formed some really intense relationships that are much more than work. My patient safety friends are my true friends. Chuck and I had some dialogue about this. He said, Marty, why are you inviting so many people from work? I'm not inviting anybody but Pat, who we share as a coworker, Pat Merriweather. And I said, because Chuck, they're not just my work coworkers, they're my close and dear friends. And so I can't call you all by name because you know who you are, and we've been on journeys across the globe. I do want to recognize Armando. Where are you, Armando? Armando is my good friend whose wife Victoria couldn't be with us today. So Armando, I want you to let Victoria know that I spoke her name today. She's part of this group even though she can't be here. I can almost visualize her red mane of hair back there. There's also my partner Chuck. He's another big part of my family. Back in the first part of our relationship, when I wasn't being a very good partner, Chuck walked me out to this rock with graffiti on it on the Loyola campus in Chicago by Lake Michigan. And we were about 5 years into our relationship, and it was a little rocky. So a rock for a little rocky, and on the rock was written, "Get really close to somebody in this life." And he looked at me and he said, "Martin, this is what I want in my life. Is this what you want? Because if so, I just need to know it. Otherwise, it's time to go our separate ways." And Chuck, that was one of the best gifts I could ever even imagine receiving. Not to mention just the best gift I've gotten from you ever. Although this wedding is a close contender. So that was just an amazing time from Chuck. What I haven't mentioned are the young people here. So my nephews, my nieces, our younger cousins, Charlie, Eola, Rosa, Addie. We are so grateful for you to be part of our wedding today. And for all the young people here who are figuring out your relationships, it doesn't always have to be a relationship like this one. It can be any kind of relationship, but love is the key. And I'm going to now invoke Michael and Carol, who I see here, Mike Carlton, 5 people, at their wedding 2 years ago. Michael, you said something to me that weighs on me every day. And he said that when he met Carol and Carol agreed to marry him, all of the anger in his life just dissipated. It just went away. And I still have some anger, Michael, but when I find myself having a bad email day or getting angry at the news, I think about those words and I think, you know what? Love does find a way. It does save the day. It is what is really important. And I wanted to share that with this group of people too, to kind of pass it on from what I got reminded of at your wedding to this group. So we're so glad you're here. I've taken longer than my 3 minutes, Charles. I always do. Many of these people here know that. But thank you all for coming in. We just can't tell you how much we appreciate it. So Chuck.
Okay, my turn. Most of you probably know this already, but Marty's an extrovert. And I'm an introvert, so my remarks are going to be more introspective. But I do want to thank everyone who came today to help celebrate together with us. Annabelle, I really appreciate so much your remarks. They really hit home for me. I want to thank especially 3 women who really were the prime movers in this event, because this event would not have happened without them. They're Tracy, Kathy, and Jane, who are sitting right here, my sister-in-laws. They were the ones who coaxed Marty to ask me to get married. And I honestly, I wasn't aware this was happening at all. So when he asked me, and they were all sitting there watching me, videotaping this, I was actually pretty stunned, and I was thinking, how do I get out of this? Obviously, I didn't tell him, and then I did, and I rose to the challenge, and I'm here. But there are a few people that I do want to mention and remember, and Annabelle, you mentioned them, and I'm going to say a few words about them. First of all, my sister Debbie. She was an early champion of Marty and me, and she's missed terribly by our family. She'd love to be here with everyone, so I want to remember her. My dad, who couldn't make it, he's living in South Carolina. We celebrated his 90th birthday last year, and in fact it was the occasion of his 90th birthday when Marty proposed, when all this started back last May. And my dad, he's a quiet guy. He's not real effusive. But he gave me the best gift he could possibly give that night. I don't know if you guys remember. After the proposal, my dad wasn't there for the proposal. So after the proposal, we were meeting up with him, or he was coming down to meet us. And we were all together, and I think we said, well, we're going to tell my dad. Mark, Chuck, you're going to tell Dad? And I said, no, I'll tell him later. I'll tell him later. And it was Christopher. My dad came down, and Christopher said, no, we're telling him. And he said, Dad, Chuck and Marty are getting married. And Dad just looked at me and he said, what the hell? I thought you already were. And that was the best response my dad could have possibly given me. Just that was the best thing he could have given me. So I really, really appreciate that. So now I'm going to tell a little bit of a story. When I finally, came to terms with doing this, getting married publicly like this, which is, a little bit of a challenge for me. I recognize that it's probably a good thing personally for me to do, socially, but also politically. I realize that, we have this right to get married, and we should do it so that more and more people get married who are gay or transgender, so that they can't take that right away. And I have a little story that exemplifies that in particular. It just happened several weeks ago. Before my current job, I worked at an organization for just over 5 years, and I had a pension, unbeknownst to me, a small pension, just spending money every month. But I had to register for it when I turned 65. I turned 65 this week as well, so it's a big week for me. And I called the HR department of the place that I worked, and she was asking me, your name, address, your social security number, mother's maiden name, date of birth, all that stuff. And then she said, are you married? And I said, yeah, I am married. And she said, what's your spouse's name? And I said, Martin Hadley. There was silence, and neither on the phone. And she whispered into the phone. I could feel her whispering. She said, is this a same-sex marriage? And I said, yes, it is. And she said, let's just put down single. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, I want to make sure you get your money. And I said, what do you mean make sure I get my money? I said, I'm allowed to get married, and it's legal. And she said, well, there are people here who may not understand that. And I said, what do you mean they might not understand that? She said, I just want to make sure you get your money and it's not tied up. And I was just stunned. I was stunned she said this, and I was just so shocked by it. I was telling Marty, it was like the post-traumatic emotional experience, right? It took me back 20, 30 years about, I thought, oh my God, I gotta be really careful. I gotta hide myself. I gotta be careful who I tell this stuff to, because I don't know what the impact is going to be long term. She sent me the forms, and she had written single, cross single, and I'm supposed to sign this and say that I'm single in order to get my money. I said, no way. We are who we are. I was just so incensed, really, that would happen to me. So it proves that we still have a ways to go. We've made a lot of progress, but we still have a ways to go. I'm going to connect that to another story. So I don't know how many of you read the quote on the program. It's kind of an unusual quote for a wedding. And we spent a lot of time on this quote, determining whether or not we should put this quote on here. Love does not begin and end the way we seem to think it does. Love is a battle. Love is war. Love is a growing up. It's James Baldwin. It's not your typical quote for a marriage, I know. But, we're 65. We've been at this for a while, so we know what that means to battle. But I learned to battle in a positive way from my mother. My mother and I had a really, really tough relationship through the 80s. She died in 89. I did come out to her in 1979, and it was a very difficult experience for her and a very difficult experience for me. But she allowed me to battle with her, and I allowed her to battle with me. And I stood my ground and said, Mama, I am who I am. She, had her own opinions too, and she let me know that she loved me to the core no matter what. And I knew that. I knew that without a doubt that she did. So yes, love can be a battle, love can be a war, but also true to the core of it all is the feelings you have for one another. And I learned that from my mother, and it enabled me to do this today. It enabled me to say to that woman, what do you mean you're going to put down single when I'm married. I'm married to this man. I am who I am. We are who we are. And I credit my mother in a very strange way for helping me, grasp that and understand that and really, really, really internalize that. And if she were here today, she would be sitting here, I know, celebrating with us because my mother was on a developmental path. And unfortunately, she left this world too soon. But she would have been here welcoming Martin to the family as well. So, those are throughout those battles, she would say to me, Charles, I just want you to be happy and I want what's best for you. And I can say I am really very happy. And this is the best